even knowing what I know now, I kind of knew then. That's at that same time too, where they start to devalue running backs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we had Andre Ellington behind me, who was playing really well, doing his thing, and we was kind of like 1A, 2A, 1 and 2. And I knew they wanted to see him. So after that, then I'd have been like back on the free agent market, looking for another team. I know I'd have ended up somewhere weird. I'd have been in Tennessee, like wearing number 37 and shit. And they'd have been like,
weak.
And it don't even, no, exactly, I'm fucking weak. And the thing, it don't even matter how raw you do it. Running back, they still gonna say you suck. Because I'm like, no cap, like, fucking Matt Forte, he went to the Jets and was still going crazy, G.
Yeah.
Like, Chris Johnson, when he got to Arizona, like, cats, even when you go on and do well at running back, they gonna say, oh, you're not what you were, because people know me at 34 in Pittsburgh.
Right, nah,
he's not what he was in Pittsburgh. Like, oh, he's getting older. Like, you know, you want to see younger. That's the time they start devaluing running backs. Yeah. So I knew like it already been like something funny.
I gotta ask you, man, because I like this is just my question all the time when I hear that phrase, because I do get what you're saying. Yeah. But who is the actual they? Is it?
It's a great question. I think it's the culmination. It's just what makes up the chatter of the game. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's like the narrative around the sport. It's like, I'm being for real. You got commentators. I'll be talking to my wife about this. This shit really pissed me off. Where it's like, think about this. You got a lot of people speaking on the game of football that don't love the game. Think about that.
Damn.
They don't even love the game, and they speaking about it. They love this can do this for me. So they delivering a whole message to the fans, and they don't love the sport. They don't know the sport. And it's like that all this shit is having an effect. You got people playing fantasy, but they might be the best person in fantasy. So they speaking to a whole bunch of people who want to know what's going on in fantasy. Yeah. It's a lot of voices around the sport. Some voices with a lot of weight. And like, I don't know why I'm thinking about him, but like every voice ain't Chris Collinsworth. Like that motherfucker really be talking about football. He really care. Man, I love when that man speak. It just need to be like him and a few people that speak on the game, because that's how it always was. And now it's just like, it's so much, because I'm telling you, you can't, when you see Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco, you can't devalue the run. When you see what Saquon did, like, last year, with Saquon, last year, I personally believe the two biggest stories in the NFL was obviously Geno Smith in Seattle, but also Saquon as like a comeback player and what he did for the Giants. Man, the Giants, damn boo-boo. They in the damn playoffs. They won a game in the playoffs. He playing crazy. And I'm like, damn, how is that?
Thanks.
That's what I'm saying. Of course they gonna pay, but even okay, I understand you make that.
That's Jones.
They paid a nigga that tripped over his own feet.
Of course, but even with that, because we get to the pay. But I'm saying in the story, how you can't say what he did to that team, that turnaround. Even the energy that he bringing in practice. When I was watching, you see how his teammates like responding and reacting. Oh, he really like leading out there. And so now this team got some hope and belief. It's like, come on, Daniel Jones didn't do that by himself. No. Saquon not a part of that shit.
Right.
That's like crazy asinine for me to see. So it's just like, dog, if you got two eyes and you actually care about this game and you watch that,
you know what's going on.
You have to be honest to what's going on out there. Yeah. You have to be honest to what happened. And like a lot of this made up stuff, like just because, man, it's having a real effect on the game.
Right.
And I don't like that shit.
Nah,
I don't like that shit.
As a former lineman, bro, I hate the disrespect towards running backs.
Damn, man.
Yo, that shit be.
That's crazy, the game we play. That's
Yeah.
what we do.
No,
That's
yeah.
what we do,
But
man.
it's still play like you still like. You have a good running back, you're gonna have a good decent season, a decent team. Like,
dog.
Yeah,
running back is the workhorse, and like especially being offensive line. I know, like I already know.
He know.
You know,
like, but how like the disrespect and like them not want to pay running backs and devalue running backs and like turn niggas loose like a running like having a really good running back, bro, means a lot to a football team.
And they changed the whole like direction of the team.
Indeed.
And it's crazy. It's like when football started, there wasn't even a forward pass.
Exactly.
Like, how you gonna get rid of like player one?
Damn,
man,
that's
one. It wasn't even a
crazy.
forward pass.
Yeah, RB player one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did that say?
The
What
game
did that
started.
say,
Somebody picked the ball up. It was like, all right, I'm running. Come get me.
What did that say, Faye, at the top? Oh shit, he went back. There hasn't been
a Pro Bowl running back on a Super Bowl winning team since Marshawn
So,
Lynch.
but what that mean? What that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with Saquon carrying the Giants from obscurity to like being a contender? Well, that don't have nothing. That's a like made up stat. Oh, with the Super, it's like no, because there's too many factors that go into the team that win the Super Bowl and lose the Super Bowl. Because I'm like, even with just stuff where it's like the whole team playing.
And they lost the Super Bowl by not running Marshawn.
That's exactly what happened. That's a great point, Bar.
Exactly what happened.
That's a bar.
You let Marshawn run all the way to the one, and then
I'm about to say one of my buddies was we was talking about that shit over this past weekend. They'll run the motherfucker goddamn all the way down to the run yard line.
Yeah.
Get up and throw a slant.
Yeah.
Man, hand this motherfucker the ball.
Of course. But either way, even if you don't, all right, let's not forget, because he threw a 1 yard slant, how we got down here. We was running this thing,
down there.
and we threw this thing. There's only 2 phases of the offense, running pass. How you going to ignore the whole other half of the offense? Yeah. All right, nigga, when it's 2nd and 3, throw it every time. Like, sweetie, it's like, come on, man. We got too much to do with that game for them to be playing on that. Like,
that's not, the devalue of the running back is really outrageous, bro. Outrageous.
I gotta ask,
but to that, I really believe
we're gonna put that shit on the shirt, bro.
I really believe, but I believe that can only come from people who aren't really in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being for real.
Of course,
even what the running back position is, I'll say myself, you're gonna take the guy off the field that's 5'10" and 3/4, 227 pounds, run a 4.37, and can lift the weight room. You're gonna take him off a football field? Nigga, for what? It's just like, you got one of the most athletic people. Like, what is he out there doing? It's just like, come on, man. Like, it don't even make sense. But I think that, I honestly believe, I'm going to say this, like, it's conspiracy. I only believe that can come from people who don't understand football. Yeah. Who actually literally do not know the game, do not play the game, and has never had to stand in front of somebody shooting out of that hole like that.
Right.
They ain't never had to stand in front of that. So they don't know what kind of decision the defense needs to make. That can only come from somebody who don't play the game. Right. That's facts.
No, that's, I will have to agree with that because.
Even in the locker room, what like each position means, what the running back means to the team. Like, come on, man.